We all take thousands of photos to tell our story. Our stories all matter, they're all unique, they're all different. I think what you capture and what you share is kind of a reflection of who you are. For me, I love remote wilderness. It's a very calm, peaceful place for me. The more remote, the more challenging, the happier I am. I was born in Scotland, but when I was very young, my folks moved to Australia and ended up making it as far as Port Hedland. Primary school, high school, did an apprenticeship as a mechanic, worked there for a little while, moved to Perth. I worked as a mechanic at a place back then called Skipper Mitsubishi, which everyone knows now as John Hughes. So one day fixing cars and 25 years later owning part of the business. It was a really successful business. I worked with good people, but I just wasn't enjoying it and I wanted something more in life. Well, photography had always been a hobby. Dad was a keen amateur photographer, had a darkroom at home when we were kids. And I'd always enjoyed it without knowing, are you any good at it? I decided I'm going to give this 5 years. Professional gear, I'll work as a professional. And if in 5 years' time, I've done my very best at it and it comes to nothing, then I'll have a great hobby for life and I'll have to reinvent myself and work out where to from there. Probably took just over 3 years to really get noticed in that world. I've photographed in just over 140 countries, experienced amazing things, and meeting people who live in really tough circumstances allowed me to look at the world with a lot more compassion. It's been a transforming change in life and one that I'm super grateful for, and I know how lucky I am. COVID arrived and I cancelled in 1 or 2 days, 6 months of travel. Initially it was really liberating, and then I went, what the heck am I going to do with myself? St John had a really great reputation, so that mattered to me. A real substance about it, doing some really good work. And it was somewhere where I thought, well, maybe I can be meaningful and make a difference.
Once he's in something, it's focus, focus, focus. He's only been there 3 years, and yet he's not just a volunteer. He's now a volunteer training manager. He's a country EMT. He's a commander. Being a photographer, often the work he does is alone. So being back with a team of people, it's made him very happy.
His passion for the role and his willingness to put himself out there in all sorts of locations for all sorts of events, plus the engagement he has with those within the sub-centre, he really suits the volunteer model so well, and he's exceptional at it.
There is a stroke risk attached to this. Drugs that you'll see are new and changed. Get target fixation on that. Renal impairment used to be...
There's certainly been a change since he first stepped into the role here. When I was first turning up here, there was maybe 3-4 of us who'd turn up any particular night.
Is that cool?
And now we reliably get 10 or more.
He's so knowledgeable on the job, and the care level he gives the patients is just astronomical. He's just great. But don't tell him I said that, because he'll go, no, I'm not. Very humble. Yeah, in a way, it kind of makes you a bit angry with him, actually, because he's just too damn nice for his own good. You know, you feel like slap him around a bit, you know?
It's a bit like starting photography. I didn't know if I'd be any good at it. The whole journey is that people want to help you get better. They want to help you achieve as much out of this as you want to put in. So, we all have to work together to make this work. And it's a whole lot of fun. They're really great people you work alongside of, decent, caring people who likewise want to make a difference in their life. I'm sure there's a next chapter. I don't know what that looks like. I'm hopeful that being part of St. John is a part of that, because I love doing this now.